let's talk about what's happening in Singapore, where you're headquartered. Of course, you had this big merger with Uber. Now we've got regulators coming forward and saying that this is lessened competition. I know that the company disagrees with that characterization. How far along are you in the appeals process? Is there anything you can share with us in terms of what that next step is?
Yeah, so a couple of things, and I want to reinforce that what they've announced is actually very much an interim and provisionary decision. So, of course, we disagree with it. We're in the process of doing the official appeals. We don't expect it to end anytime soon because these conversations usually happen over a pretty lengthy period of time. And what we are working towards is the same thing that they're looking for, which is how to balance between the needs of consumers, the people of Singapore, and also the needs of the businesses in a pro-innovation fashion that Singapore is very known for. And when you think about this, it's quite challenging to balance, which is why these conversations usually have different iterations along the way, and also why it's super important that we participate in the discussions to make sure that we end with the right outcomes.
Two questions on that front. What do you say to those users who say we have seen the service change since the merger, we have seen the prices go up? And also, is there a plan B here for Grab if this merger doesn't go through? Because you've pointed out this is going to be a long process. If it doesn't go through, does that change up your entire strategy?
So a couple of things, multiple parts to that question. First, we have not raised prices at all, and that's one part that we need to make sure that the data speaks for what has happened since the merger. Secondly, we've not been changing commissions on the driver front as well. So the operations have actually, in many dimensions, been getting better. And that's what we're going to be going back with. At the same time, we also know that the likelihood, Uber has left the market, right? They have no operations, no team on the ground right now. So what we want to do is make sure that knowing what we have today, knowing the facts that we have today, going forward, we can still provide customers with alternatives. And these alternatives exist, right? The taxi market, public transportation market is still extremely healthy. And we right now, when we talk about it internally, we think that there's so much more to do to continue innovating and providing tailored transportation services, not just for Singapore, but the rest of Southeast Asia.
Still watching? Perfect. Click here to watch another great video from CNBC International. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.